What's up, Cooksy Mob? How we doing, guys? Listen, I did the overreaction show immediately after the Nashville race, and you know what? Guess what? Shocker, I got some stuff wrong. It happens, but I like to do that show because it gives you my instant reaction right after. Like, I don't get to stop, analyze it, go back, take a look, listen to interviews, and then share my opinion. I just blurt it out. So just so you know, on the overreaction show, a lot of the stuff that I say, I'm just spitballing at that time. I'm not really giving you a completely educated, broke down, analytical opinion. So yeah, let's get into this Adam Cianciarulo thing. And like I said, I definitely owe him an apology. I got it wrong. I kind of blamed him for running over Cooper Webb, and I'll explain to you how I got to that conclusion. So, all right, guys, remember, thank my friends at EBC Brakes. They kick ass. Brakes, rotors, clutches, you name it. Steve, James, all the guys over there, they're awesome. So let's get into this thing.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Okay, so what we saw on Saturday was horrific. And you guys know in the mob, head injuries scare the crap out of me. I don't like them. I know the consequences. I've dealt with the consequences of head injuries later in life. I'm way past, like, when you hit your head at 20 years old, that concussion that Cooper Webb sustained might have taken 3 years off. It might have contributed to Alzheimer's. It might have contributed to a little bit more impulse control. It may have sparked depression. We don't know. That's the thing, is we honestly don't know. So that's why I get so passionate about the head injuries, is they have some seriously life-changing consequences. If you hurt your knee and you got to get knee replacement like I did, no big deal. Like, listen, we can fix arms, legs, wrists, but the brain is complicated. Doctors, brain doctors who study this will tell you we don't know a fraction of what it entails. It's a constantly evolving science, and I love to err on the side of caution when it comes to the brain. And I also want to talk about how we come to decisions. When I come to a decision, it's a reflection of the things that I've experienced in the past. For example, if you break your collarbone, then you see Justin Barcia break his collarbone, you go, okay, well, when I broke my collarbone, this, and then you kind of draw your conclusion. So when I saw Adam Cianciarulo run over Cooper Webb on accident, I thought back to, I have a brother, Curtis, I know you probably watch this. Curtis sucks at this. Curtis sometimes rides right over his front fender. He's ran me over, he's ran other people over, and I went back to how Curtis does things. And like, we were at a supermoto race one time at Horse Thief. In practice, might I add, I slid out on the dirt. I had my long leg way out there in an awkward position, kind of stuck. And Curtis, rather than jam the brakes, stop, and wait, blasted through my leg. God, I was pissed. I was so mad. He felt really bad afterward. He honestly did. Like, that's just, like, his instant reaction is just pin it. And then after he realizes, but that, and then also, I was a bit leery of Adam Cianciarulo's mental state, and he even said in a post-race interview that he was having concussion-like symptoms as early as Wednesday of that week. So those things kind of played into my decision in the overreaction show. But let me break this down. These pros do things completely different than what I have ever done. They have a cornering speed and a way they get on the gas faster and more committed than I can actually even imagine, and that most of you guys can even imagine. So where I go in the turn, I turn and I look and I see where I'm going and then I pin it, like, these guys, like, look at Sexton and Cianciarulo and these guys, they are on the gas, committed to the exit of the turn, halfway through the turn or entering the turn. They're already on it and just committed, and they're going so fast, you can't switch. If it were me at a local track, by the time Webb went down, I'm already like, okay, I haven't even got on the gas yet. But by the time Cooper goes down, Adam's already committed to 20 feet out of that line. That's where I messed up, and that's where I looked at it as if it were me and not as if it were Adam Cianciarulo, and I was gutted when I heard his post-race interview. Like, he almost went to tears. So there's no chance Adam did this on purpose. No chance in hell. And I never even said he did it on purpose. I said it was maybe his fault for riding over the fender, which I'm walking that back. That's not even the case either. Now, with a brain injury, what happens is you get a bruise to your brain. How many of you guys think Eli Tomac had a bruise from last week at one of his crash? I guarantee you he still had a bruise 7 days later. If you bruise the brain, it still has a bruise a week later, but it also controls all your cognitive functions. And like Adam was saying, on Wednesday he had symptoms, maybe on Thursday he didn't, maybe on Friday he didn't. But the way this goes is like a wave, and it gradually lessens. He might have had symptoms at some point during the day in Nashville. I don't know. He doesn't know. I just want to err on the side of caution, and I want to commend those around Cooper Webb for instantly taking him out for the season. Smart move. That was a nasty, nasty concussion. He should be out for a considerable amount of time. Let that heal. He's got a wife, kids. Like, that's more important. He's got 2 Supercross titles. Let's not mess with the brain. Let's not ruin his life. But once again, I don't want to blame Adam Cianciarulo. I'm walking back everything I said on the overreaction show, and that's why I call it the overreaction show, because I overreacted on that. And I went to something based off my own personal experiences instead of, what actually happened. So anyway, but Adam Cianciarulo, hey, he is one of Coach Rob's former pupils, and Coach Rob helped him, Coach Rob at Complete Racing Solutions. He will get you done, he'll get blood work, he'll do everything you can to make you a stronger, better athlete, more durable. Coach Rob's the man. And then, hey, check out Epic Garage Designs. They have the coolest stuff for your garage. If you want to make your garage cool, you want flooring, racks, cabinets, check out the website, epicgaragedesigns.com. And now to the track. I stand by everything I said about Dragon's Backs. I think they're stupid obstacles. I think that they're extremely difficult, and they definitely separate guys, which is awesome. The issue I have with them isn't that they're difficult. It's that you don't need that double post after it, or you need to do something different after it. Maybe do a tabletop step down, just like they did at A2 when they had the futures with a Dragon's Back. Have a Dragon's Back right out of a turn, just so you can't get a huge run at it. There's certain things you can do that make it technical, but don't actually add to the danger factor. And then, man, I know dirt's at a premium, but man, can they please get something on the side where all that plywood is? These dudes are hurting themselves over there. Think about how much money they spend on fireworks every weekend. What is it? 20 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand? You're trying to tell me we couldn't take that? And I'm not saying get rid of fireworks, because fireworks are very cool. They add to a lot of the Supercross feel. But let's put safety first. Let's take care of our riders, and let's not put obstacles that cost us 1 star every round. We're down to half the factory riders. Now, yes, it's a dangerous sport, and that can happen no matter what you do. So that's all I'm asking. All I'm asking is to get rid of the stupid. That's it, no problem. Get rid of the stupid, and we are good to go. But as far as this championship goes, I want to say it's over. It's never over, because we saw how quickly it can change, like it did for Cooper Webb. Eli Tomac is 18 points up. He just needs to finish 7 points higher than Chase Sexton in Colorado, and he clinches. And if he loses points, he really can just ride it in at like a, not necessarily a snail's pace, but with Barsha gone now, Webb gone now, it's going to be pretty easy for Eli to run this thing down. A lot of you guys get mad when I talk about the chase format. And what I want to do with the chase format is you do the first, 10 rounds, boom. Then you qualify the top 10 riders, you put them in the chase, you give them 5 points added to their chase total for every win leading up to it. And then we got 10 riders, 7 rounds, 10 riders with a legitimate chance with 7 rounds. 7 rounds is plenty of time to determine a victor. And there's incentive earlier in the year. There's wins, there's 5 extra points towards your title, which could mean the difference between a win or not. You win 5 races, that's 25 points up going into the chase. You win all 10, you're up 100 points. Or, 50 points, sorry. But I don't know. These are just some things I'd like to throw out there. Yes, the sport's perfect just how it is, but I also want to make things a little bit safer, better, and more entertaining is the key word. Entertaining is where we get the dollars. Entertaining is where we get sponsorship. Entertaining is where we get attention from mainstream media. So anyway, guys, remember, subscribe, and I thank you guys, and you guys have a good day.